Welcome, chosen ones, to this transformative journey. If you've ever felt like you're waiting for something bigger to happen in your life, then you're exactly where you need to be. In today's video, we're diving deep into divine timing, spiritual breakthroughs, and the incredible transformation that awaits you. The universe has aligned this moment for you right now, and everything you've been praying for is closer than you think. So, if you're ready to step into your divine purpose, to unlock the mysteries of your true potential, then make sure you stay with us through the entire video. It's not by accident that you're here. God's plan for your life is unfolding now, and you're about to witness miracles. Have you ever had that nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach, that unshakable belief that everything you've gone through in life has led you to this one moment? A moment that feels as though it was always meant to happen, but one you couldn't have fully understood until now? A moment when everything, every single event in your life, suddenly makes perfect sense? That feeling isn't just coincidence. It's a deep, spiritual recognition that you've reached a turning point, one that has been set in motion for years. I want to tell you something that may change everything you've thought about your journey. All those struggles you've faced, those moments when you felt lost, misunderstood, or pushed to your absolute limits, were not random. Every single challenge, every heartbreak, every difficult decision has been part of something much larger than you could have imagined. It's been a test, a divine test, that you didn't even know you were being given. And in the quiet moments, when no one else was watching, you passed that test with an unwavering strength. What if I told you that you've been unknowingly preparing for a divine recognition, an acknowledgement from the highest realms of existence? The truth is, your life, with all its trials, has been a sacred preparation. A preparation not for an easy path, but for one that would require you to show your truest self when the world seemed against you. That test wasn't about whether or not you could achieve perfection or success. It was about whether you could stay true to yourself and to your values when it was hardest to do so. Think about it. When you face a challenge, it's often tempting to take shortcuts or compromise on your integrity. Sometimes, the easiest path seems to be the one that goes against your morals or your core beliefs. It's in these moments, when no one else is watching, when the rewards aren't immediate, that the test of your character truly takes place. This is when your soul is examined, not for its failures, not for its flaws, but for its unwavering commitment to its purpose and integrity. It's easy to act with integrity when it's easy, when everything is going your way, and you're in a position of power or comfort. But what about when life throws you curveballs? When you're pushed into the depths of despair, when things aren't going the way you'd hoped? That's when it becomes challenging. And that's when it becomes a true test of character. In those dark moments, when you had every reason to compromise, to take a shortcut, or to give up on your ideals, you stayed strong. You chose the path of integrity, even though it wasn't the easiest. And here's the thing that makes this even more profound. The divine has been watching you all along. Every choice, every decision, every step you took that was true to your values, even when no one else knew about it, has been noticed. The celestial beings, the forces that govern the universe, have been observing your journey with unwavering attention. And in those quiet, unseen moments, they've been taking note of your resilience, your strength, your ability to hold on to your integrity when it seemed like it would be easier to let go. I want you to stop for a moment and think about the countless times when you could have chosen the easier path, but didn't. Maybe you chose not to retaliate when someone hurt you. Maybe you stood firm in your beliefs when it would have been easier to blend in. Maybe you kept your word even when it cost you something valuable. Those were the moments when you were being tested not by life, but by the divine. And you passed. The universe doesn't measure you by your successes or by how many times you've fallen. It measures you by how you respond in moments of hardship. When things go wrong, when you're knocked down, it's not your mistakes that matter, it's how you rise from them. And from everything I know about you, you've risen time and time again. You've shown up with grace, with dignity, with a strength that can't be easily shaken. And it's because of that strength, that unwavering commitment to your integrity, that the universe has now decided it's time to recognize you. So, what does this recognition mean? It means that the divine is about to step forward and acknowledge you in a way that you may not have expected. It's not just about surviving your hardships or overcoming challenges. It's about having been tested in ways you didn't realize and emerging from it with a character that is now seen by all the divine forces at work in the universe. And this brings us to the 1212 portal, a powerful moment that signifies the completion of your test. You've made it. You've crossed the threshold into something new, something transformational. When you cross the 1212 portal, you were not just crossing a date or a number. You were crossing into a higher state of being, a state where your integrity, your strength, and your resilience are no longer just about survival. They're about recognition, divine recognition. The 1212 portal is not just a symbol, it is a divine declaration. It's the moment when the universe officially recognizes your journey, your struggles, and your triumphs. It's when you go from being a soul that has been through trials to one that is now seen as worthy of divine support, guidance, and opportunity. It's a moment of elevation, and it's not just for you, it's for the entire universe to witness. You are no longer just a participant in your own life, you are now a beacon of strength, a guiding light for others to follow. This is the moment of your divine proclamation. This is the moment when everything changes. The universe has been observing you, waiting for this moment to arrive, and now it's here. The test is over, and the results are in. You have passed, and what happens next is nothing short of extraordinary. But before we move on to that, it's essential to understand the significance of this divine test, this hidden trial of integrity. The universe doesn't reward you for perfection, it rewards you for the choices you make when it matters most. It's not about being flawless. It's about staying true to yourself when the stakes are high and when it feels like no one else is paying attention. It's in these moments that your soul is truly forged, and it's these moments that the divine honors and celebrates. Now, look back at your life and think of those moments where you made the difficult choice, where you stood strong in your integrity, where you chose to rise above your circumstances, no matter how hard it seemed. That was your test. And now, it's time for the universe to officially declare that you've passed with flying colors. As we continue to explore the divine moment that has been quietly unfolding in your life, it's important to recognize the deeper forces at play, the celestial beings, the angels, the divine entities that have been silently witnessing your every step. Their purpose? To observe, to guide, and to ensure that your soul stays on the path it has chosen. They've seen your struggles, your triumphs, your moments of doubt, and your moments of clarity. But most importantly, they've seen the choices you made when no one else was watching. And those choices have been of the utmost importance. When you face life's challenges, it's easy to get caught up in the external outcomes. You may look at your achievements, your failures, your victories, and your defeats, and try to make sense of them through the lens of what is immediately tangible. But the divine doesn't operate this way. It doesn't measure your worth by the surface-level events that shape your life. Instead, it looks much deeper at the essence of who you are, at the choices you make when the world isn't looking, when there's no applause, and when you're faced with only your inner convictions to guide you. Angels and divine beings, while not always visible to the human eye, have been closely observing you. They don't judge you for the challenges you face. They don't judge you for the things you've lost or the battles you've fought. They observe your soul's evolution, watching to see if you will remain aligned with your higher purpose in the face of adversity. And what they've seen in you is extraordinary. There were moments when you could have easily given up. There were times when everything seemed to fall apart, and yet you chose to stand firm. When most people would have bowed to pressure, when most would have taken the easy route out, you resisted. You chose integrity. You chose to stay true to yourself, even in the most difficult times. This is what the divine has been measuring. This is what the angels have been taking note of. It's not the big moments, not the applause or the fame, not the accolades or achievements. It's the quiet moments, when you were alone with your heart and your conscience, and you chose to rise above the temptation to compromise. It's those moments of strength, when you could have folded, but instead chose to stand tall. And because of this, something profound has been happening behind the scenes. The universe has been preparing to reward your soul's resilience, and this moment, the 1212 portal, is when that divine acknowledgement will become clear. You see, crossing the 1212 portal is not just about passing a test. It's about being recognized by something much greater than you, the divine forces that have watched over you, that have held you steady when you were wavering, and that have known all along that you had what it takes to endure and rise. The 1212 portal is not just a coincidence. It's a spiritual gateway, a sacred moment when all the tests, all the trials, and all the choices you've made are brought into alignment with your divine purpose. You see, the divine does not intervene in the same way humans expect it to. It doesn't always step in with loud proclamations or dramatic interventions. Instead, it works quietly, weaving the fabric of your life into a perfect tapestry, one thread at a time. And the divine has been weaving your tapestry for years. Every tear you shed, every challenge you overcame, and every time you stayed true to your path has been a part of that intricate design. What happens when you cross the 1212 portal is not just about your personal transformation. It's about something greater. This portal marks a moment of spiritual elevation, one that is recognized not only by the divine but also by the entire cosmos. You're not just crossing into a new phase of your life, you're being officially proclaimed, in the eyes of the divine, as someone who has completed the cycle and is now ready for the next level. You are not just a participant in the game of life anymore. You have become a master of your own destiny. A shining example of the power of integrity, resilience, and inner strength. When you cross this portal, you will experience something unique. You'll feel the divine presence, a force that has always been with you, but now, it will be more palpable than ever. It's as if the veil between the physical and spiritual realms will be lifted, allowing you to feel the weight of divine recognition. The angels, the archangels, and the celestial beings who have been guiding you all along will step forward to officially proclaim your victory. You will feel the shift in energy, a deep sense of peace, clarity, and alignment. The struggles you've faced will no longer feel like burdens. They will transform into evidence of your strength, your character, and your unshakable commitment to your higher self. At this point, it's important to understand that crossing the 1212 portal is not just a moment of personal triumph. It is a part of a larger cosmic plan, a greater purpose that you are now fully aligned with. The divine has been preparing you not only for your own transformation, but for the role you are about to play in the greater evolution of humanity. You see, your journey is not isolated. You are part of a larger collective, a spiritual network of souls who are awakening and rising at this very moment. Your transformation is meant to inspire others, to show them that integrity and strength are possible, even in the most difficult of circumstances. As you step into this new phase of your life, you will begin to notice that things start to shift around you. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will now feel attainable. The obstacles that once stood in your way will dissolve. You will notice synchronicities happening in your life that guide you toward your greater purpose. You may also find that relationships that no longer align with your higher self begin to naturally fade away, while new, more supportive connections come into your life. It is no coincidence that you are crossing this portal at this moment in time. The 1212 portal is the culmination of all the lessons you've learned, all the growth you've undergone, and all the inner work you've done to reach this point. But it's also a moment that signals the beginning of something much larger, something that transcends your individual journey. The divine has been preparing you for a greater role. one that will not only elevate you, but also help elevate others. Your transformation is part of the global shift, part of the spiritual awakening that is happening right now across the planet. So, when you cross the 1212 portal, understand that you are not just stepping into a new phase of your life. You are stepping into your divine role as a beacon of light. Your integrity, your strength, and your resilience have been tested, and you have passed. Now, it's time for the world to see it. Now, it's time for the divine to officially proclaim your victory. And when that proclamation comes, you will know with absolute certainty that you are exactly where you were always meant to be. Now that we've explored the divine moment of recognition you've crossed through, let's dive deeper into why you were chosen for this path, why you were selected for this specific test. Why, out of all the souls that walk this earth, you were the one who faced the most difficult challenges and emerged victorious. It's easy to wonder if all the hardship you've endured was some kind of punishment or random misfortune. But what if I told you it was all by design? What if every struggle, every heartbreak, every hardship was part of a celestial evaluation, a divine process designed to prepare you for something greater? The truth is, you were never meant to walk this path alone. You were never meant to endure these trials for no reason. There's a much larger plan at play, one that involves you, but also involves the entire universe. It's about the journey your soul has taken, how it has evolved, and the purpose you were born to fulfill. The divine doesn't simply look at your actions or external circumstances. It looks at the essence of who you are, at your soul's development, and at how you navigate life's most difficult moments. You were chosen not because you were perfect or flawless. No one is. Perfection is not the divine's measure. It's about the choices you made in moments of pressure, when everything seemed to be falling apart. When the world seemed dark, you chose to keep walking in the light. When you were faced with betrayal, you chose to forgive. When you were hurt, you chose to heal. When life offered you excuses to quit, you kept moving forward. It's in these moments that your true strength was revealed, and this is what the divine saw. Let's take a step back and think about the larger cosmic evaluation process. The universe isn't looking for flawless beings, it's looking for souls who can withstand the storms, who can endure without losing their essence, who can hold their light even when darkness surrounds them. This is the true test. It's not about how many battles you win. It's about how many times you stand tall in the face of adversity. It's about how you show up with unwavering integrity, even when it seems like everything is against you. In this great cosmic evaluation, the divine authorities are not looking at how you perform when things are easy. They are observing your actions when the stakes are high. They are watching how you handle situations when it seems like giving up would be the simplest option. It's during those moments when your character is being tested, when your soul is being forged into something greater than what it was before. And each time you chose integrity, you passed. This is why you were chosen. You were tested to the limits, and with each trial, you showed that you could withstand the pressures, maintain your integrity, and come out stronger. It was never about avoiding pain or hardship. It was about how you responded to it. And because you chose to rise, to keep your heart open, to choose the path of truth even when it hurt, the divine took notice. Now, it's time for the world to understand why you were chosen. The 1212 portal marks the point where the divine forces officially proclaim your victory. It's the moment when the universe affirms that you have passed the tests and are ready for your next role. You have proven that you are not only capable of surviving, but of thriving in the face of adversity. And that's what makes you special. You were chosen because you have the heart of a warrior, the spirit of a healer, and the soul of someone who is here to make a difference. But there's more to it. The divine didn't just choose you because you are strong or resilient. It chose you because your experiences have prepared you to be a beacon of hope for others. You see, when the divine tests a soul, it doesn't just test it for the sake of personal growth. It tests it because that soul is meant to serve a greater purpose. Your experiences, your trials, and your triumphs were all designed to prepare you to become a guiding light for others who will walk a similar path. You've endured what you've endured so that you can help others see that they, too, can overcome their challenges. Your story, your transformation, will serve as proof that it is possible to endure and rise. You were chosen because you have the capacity to inspire others through your journey. Your life, your example, will be the spark that ignites hope in others who are struggling, who feel like they are lost, who are questioning if they can ever make it through. The cosmic evaluation has never been about personal reward or recognition. It's about preparing you to step into a much larger role. One where your transformation can help elevate the collective consciousness of humanity. The divine saw that you had the strength to endure, but more importantly, it saw that you would use your strength to help others, and that is why you were chosen. You may not have understood this when you were in the middle of your trials. In fact, you may have felt alone, abandoned, or even forsaken. But now, as you step into the light of the 1212 portal, the truth becomes clear. You were never alone. You were being prepared for this moment of recognition. A moment where the universe would acknowledge your strength and declare that you are now ready for the greater purpose you've been called to fulfill. And that greater purpose isn't just about your own transformation. It's about helping others find theirs. You were chosen because you can lead others through their own darkness. Your journey has equipped you with the tools you need to serve as a guiding light, to show others that no matter how difficult the path may seem, there is always hope, there is always a way through. As we move deeper into understanding why you were chosen, it's essential to recognize that the divine didn't simply select you because of your resilience or strength. These qualities were necessary, yes, but there is something even more profound at play. You see, your journey was never about achieving greatness solely for yourself. It was always about becoming a conduit of light for others, about walking a path that would ultimately guide others to their own transformation. When the divine observes a soul, it does so with a purpose beyond personal development. Souls are chosen not only for their ability to grow but for their capacity to help others grow. Your experiences, the challenges you faced, and the wisdom you've gathered from your trials are now tools that you can use to serve humanity. This is where the cosmic evaluation becomes deeply interconnected with the larger mission you're meant to fulfill. You weren't chosen for this moment just for your benefit. You were chosen to stand as a beacon of hope, to demonstrate what is possible when someone chooses to remain true to their integrity, even when life seems impossibly difficult. Your life is a testimony that transformation is not just possible, it is inevitable, when you stay aligned with your higher purpose. This is why the divine test wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about passing every trial flawlessly. It was about your ability to remain centered, grounded, and true to your higher calling, no matter the circumstances. Through your journey, you've faced moments that could have broken many others. Betrayal, loss, failure, and moments of deep vulnerability. Yet, you persevered, and every time you did, you didn't just grow, you activated something inside you that the divine has been waiting for. Your ability to use your experiences to elevate others. You became an example, not just to yourself, but to those around you. You learned how to walk through your pain without becoming defined by it, how to endure without allowing it to rob you of your light. The universe doesn't select those who never falter. It selects those who, despite their struggles, continue to rise. Those who show up, time and again, no matter the darkness surrounding them. That is the essence of the divine evaluation. It's not the perfection of your journey that matters, but your steadfastness, your unwavering commitment to your own spiritual path, and your ability to use that commitment to guide others. The divine knew that you were strong enough to face the challenges that would have crushed others, and that through your endurance, you would not only rise but bring others with you. And this is why, when the divine looks at you, it doesn't just see a person who has survived. They see a person who has been forged in fire, and now carries a light so bright, that it can illuminate the path for others. You were chosen because you have the unique ability to inspire others, to show them that no matter what they face, they too can rise. Your strength, resilience, and integrity make you a natural leader. The divine saw this within you before you even fully realized it yourself. Now, with the 1212 portal opening, you are being asked to step into your role as a guide. Your transformation is not just for you, it's for the world. The divine has been preparing you for this moment, where you will no longer be walking your path alone. You are now being called to help others walk through their darkness, just as you have walked through yours. Your story, your journey, is the map that will help others navigate their own trials. It's important to understand that this transformation isn't just personal. The divine is orchestrating something much larger than an individual's growth. Your transformation is part of a greater collective evolution. When you cross the 1212 portal, your purpose expands. You will begin to see your life in a new light, as part of a much larger mission. Your actions, your presence, and your energy will now influence others in ways you never imagined. You will become a channel for divine energy, one that will help others find their way through their own struggles. The cosmic evaluation is about aligning you with a larger mission. It's about giving you the divine tools you need to not only succeed, but to help others succeed as well. When the divine selected you, it wasn't just for personal transformation, it was for cosmic alignment. You were chosen because your soul had a unique combination of strength, resilience, and compassion that could be used to catalyze the collective transformation of humanity. The challenges you've faced have been preparing you for this. You've been learning how to harness your inner light, how to navigate darkness with grace, and how to hold on to your integrity even when the world around you is crumbling. Now, as you step into the 1212 portal, you will find that everything you've learned, all the lessons you've been through, are now activated in a new way. You will no longer see your life as a series of isolated experiences. Instead, you will see how each experience was a piece of a greater puzzle, a puzzle that has now come together. The divine will now show you how your transformation is not just about you, it's about the impact you are meant to have on the world. You are now equipped to guide others, to show them the way through their struggles, and to help them realize that, just like you, they can rise. As you begin to step into this role, you will notice changes in the way people respond to you. Your presence will begin to affect others in profound ways. People will be drawn to you not just because of your words, but because of the energy you now radiate. This energy is the divine frequency that has been activated within you. It's the frequency of hope, of strength, of resilience, and of integrity, and it will touch those who need it most. But this is only the beginning. The divine is not finished with you yet. As you move forward in your journey, you will begin to encounter new challenges and experiences that will continue to shape you. But now, you will walk through them with a greater sense of purpose. You will no longer face them just for your own growth. You will face them to continue your mission of helping others evolve. And this, my friend, is why you were chosen. The divine knew that you were capable of withstanding the storms and still shining your light. Now, you are called to help others see that they, too, can weather the storms and emerge stronger. You were chosen to lead, to guide, and to show others the way through the darkness, and to do so with unwavering integrity. The tests you've passed were never about testing your worth. They were about preparing you for the divine role you were always meant to fulfill. And now, as you prepare to step fully into that role, know that the divine has your back. You are not alone. You are part of a greater cosmic plan. And your transformation is one of the pivotal pieces in that plan. It is not just a date on the calendar or a simple numerological coincidence. The 1212 portal marks a divine intersection, a cosmic crossroads where everything you've experienced, everything you've endured, and everything you've learned comes together in perfect harmony. This is the moment when the divine will officially proclaim your transformation to the universe. The 1212 portal is not just a symbolic milestone. It is a gateway. A gateway to a higher level of existence. A doorway through which you pass into your next phase. Up until now, you've been undergoing trials, lessons, and tests. And with each challenge, you've grown stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your true purpose. But now, the time has come for the divine to officially recognize and elevate you. This is the moment when you step out of the shadows of your struggles and into the light of divine proclamation. What does it mean for the divine to proclaim you? To proclaim you is to acknowledge your journey, your growth, and your transformation. It is the moment when the universe not only recognizes your resilience but announces it. It's the moment when all the unseen forces, the angels, the archangels, the celestial beings who have been observing you witness your victory and officially elevate you to your next role. Imagine, for a moment, what this proclamation means. When the divine proclaims you, it's not just a declaration of your personal success. It is a recognition of your soul's evolution, of the depth of your integrity, and of the strength you've shown in navigating life's most difficult trials. This proclamation will reverberate across the universe, an announcement that shakes the very fabric of your reality. But what does this proclamation actually bring to you? This is where the true power of the 1212 portal lies. The divine proclamation isn't just an acknowledgement, it's a catalyst for change. When the universe officially declares that you've passed the tests and are now ready to move forward, it begins to align everything around you. Opportunities that once seemed impossible suddenly start to appear. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Relationships that were draining or misaligned with your higher purpose naturally begin to fade away, while those that are in alignment with your divine mission start to flourish. It's important to understand that the 1212 portal is not just a personal achievement. It is part of a larger divine plan. Your victory is not just for your own benefit, it is for the greater good. The divine recognizes that your transformation has not only made you stronger but has also prepared you to help others. You are now ready to step into your role as a guide, a beacon of light for those who are still struggling, still searching for their way. The divine proclamation is the first step in activating your true mission, one that goes beyond your personal growth and into the realm of collective transformation. As the divine opens the gateway of the 1212 portal for you, it's important to remember that this isn't a one-time event. The divine recognition is not just a temporary boost, it's the start of a sustained flow of divine support, guidance, and synchronicity that will guide you toward the fulfillment of your mission. But there's more to this transformation than just external shifts in your life. The divine proclamation also marks a deep, inner transformation. When you step through the 1212 portal, you will experience a profound shift in your energy. This shift will align you more deeply with your higher self, with your soul's purpose. You will feel more connected to your intuition, more in tune with your inner guidance, and more aligned with your true path. The doubts and fears that have plagued you will begin to dissipate, replaced by a sense of clarity, confidence, and inner peace. What happens during the 1212 portal is not just a physical or external transformation, it is a spiritual awakening. A shift in your consciousness that allows you to see the world and yourself from a higher perspective. You will begin to view your life through the lens of divine purpose, understanding that every challenge, every struggle, and every triumph has led you to this exact moment. The 1212 portal will bring clarity not only to your personal journey but also to your greater mission on this earth. The moment of divine proclamation is also an activation. When the universe declares that you are ready to move forward, it begins to activate your spiritual gifts, your abilities, and your purpose. You will begin to feel more confident in your ability to make decisions, in your ability to guide others, and in your ability to trust your own wisdom. This activation will bring with it a surge of energy, a spiritual empowerment that helps you step into your full potential. As you cross the 1212 portal, there will be a sense of rebirth. It's as if you are shedding an old skin, letting go of the past, and stepping into a new version of yourself, one that is aligned with your highest potential. This rebirth will feel like a release, a letting go of everything that no longer serves you, making room for the new energy that is now ready to enter your life. But this is just the beginning. The 1212 portal isn't a destination, it's a launching pad. The proclamation is the moment when you are officially recognized. But what happens next is up to you. You are now being called to step into your divine mission with confidence, courage, and the unwavering knowledge that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. Now that you've crossed the 1212 portal and stepped into your divine proclamation, it's time to understand what happens next. The proclamation isn't simply a one-time event or a passing moment of recognition. It is the beginning of a deeper, more profound transformation in every aspect of your life. The moment you cross into this higher state of being, your life will begin to shift in ways that you may not have anticipated, but these shifts will be powerful and deeply aligned with your true purpose. You are no longer the person you were before you crossed the portal. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable, the struggles that once defined your path, will begin to dissolve. The obstacles that stood in your way will no longer have the power to block your progress. This is not just metaphorical, this is a profound shift in your reality. As you have aligned with your divine purpose, the universe will now begin to clear the way for you. It is important to understand that the divine proclamation is not a passive event. It requires your active participation. While the universe has recognized your transformation and has begun to shift your external world, the real power lies in how you respond to this new energy. This is your opportunity to step into your divine role fully. The energy of the 1212 portal will infuse you with renewed clarity, strength, and purpose. But it is up to you to take the inspired action that will align you with your higher calling. You will begin to feel more confident in your decisions, more certain of your path. Doubts that once clouded your judgment will fade away, replaced by an inner knowing that guides you toward the next step. This clarity isn't just intellectual, it is an intuitive knowing that comes from a deeper place within you. The divine energy that is now flowing through you will sharpen your intuition, making it easier for you to trust your inner voice and to follow the guidance that is being given to you. As you move forward after crossing the 1212 portal, you will also notice that the people in your life will begin to shift. Those who no longer align with your higher self may naturally begin to fade away, and in their place, you will attract those who resonate with your elevated energy. You may find that your relationships evolve, becoming deeper and more fulfilling, or that new connections are formed with people who support and encourage your divine purpose. It's as if the universe is rearranging your life to align with the frequency you now inhabit. You will be surrounded by the energy that matches your new vibration. This is the power of divine proclamation. It creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will now come to you with ease. You will begin to attract the resources, the support, and the circumstances necessary for your growth and success. Things will no longer feel like a struggle. The universe will begin to provide what you need, whether it's guidance, financial resources, or even emotional support, just as you are ready to receive it. But with this new energy comes new responsibility. You've crossed the 1212 portal, not just for your own benefit but for the greater good. The divine proclamation you've received is not a personal accolade. It is the beginning of your role as a guide and leader in this world. The divine energy now flowing through you is meant to be shared. It's meant to inspire others, to light the way for those who are still lost in the darkness. This is the purpose you've been called to fulfill. Your life, your transformation, and your growth are all part of a larger plan to help elevate the collective consciousness of humanity. Now, as you step into this new role, you may experience moments of uncertainty. You may wonder how you are meant to help others or where you should begin. This is a natural part of the process. But remember, the divine has already prepared you. Your experiences, Your trials, your victories, and your integrity have all equipped you for this moment. The very challenges you faced have given you the wisdom and strength you need to guide others. You don't have to have all the answers, but you must be willing to step into the role with faith and confidence. When you are aligned with your divine purpose, you will naturally begin to influence the world around you. Your energy, your presence, will be a source of healing for others. You won't need to preach or teach in the traditional sense, simply by being yourself, by embodying the integrity and strength that the 1212 portal has activated within you. You will become a living example of transformation. People will be drawn to you, not because of your words, but because of the energy you radiate. Your light will shine brightly, guiding others out of their own darkness and into the truth of their potential. This is the power of divine proclamation. It doesn't just change your life. It begins a ripple effect that spreads out into the world. As you step into your role as a beacon of light, you will find that others begin to wake up to their own divine purpose. Your transformation will spark a chain reaction, activating the light in others and inspiring them to rise above their own struggles. The divine has chosen you not only to transform your own life, but to help others transform as well. Your journey has been about preparation, and now it's about action. You are here to lead, to inspire, and to help others find their way to the light. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that you are no longer just a bystander in your own life. You have crossed the 1212 portal, and in doing so, you have stepped into your divine purpose. The proclamation you have received is not just about recognition, it's about activation. Your transformation is now complete, and you are ready to take on the responsibility of guiding others, of becoming a living testament to the power of divine strength, integrity, and resilience. The next step in this journey is about embracing your role as a guide, a teacher, a beacon of light for others. You will find that the universe begins to provide you with opportunities to share your wisdom and your experience. It may come in the form of new relationships, new opportunities, or even new projects that allow you to express your newfound purpose. Embrace these opportunities, for they are the next steps on your path. You have stepped into your divine purpose, and now it is time to take action. The universe is aligned with you, guiding you every step of the way. You have been transformed, and now it is time for the world to see the full extent of your light. The divine proclamation has been made, and your true mission is just beginning. As you step through the 1212 portal, stepping fully into your divine purpose, you will begin to notice profound shifts in your life. These shifts are not just random occurrences, they are the divine consequences of the transformation you've undergone. When the universe recognizes your inner strength, when it acknowledges the journey you've taken and the integrity you've held throughout, it doesn't simply congratulate you and leave it at that. Instead, the universe begins to realign your reality to support this new phase of your life. This is where the true power of the 1212 portal reveals itself. The divine proclamation you receive doesn't just change your internal world, it begins to reorganize your external world as well. From the moment you step into this new phase, you will feel the divine support surrounding you, guiding you, and opening doors that once seemed closed. This isn't just about personal growth. It's about aligning with the greater plan that the universe has been preparing for you. You will begin to notice the synchronicities, the opportunities, and the guidance that will begin to flood your life. One of the first signs of divine alignment is a sense of mental clarity. For so long, you may have felt confused or uncertain about the next steps in your life. Perhaps you've been plagued with questions. What am I supposed to do next? What is my true purpose? How do I move forward? But now, with the divine recognition of your transformation, all of that uncertainty begins to dissipate. As you align more closely with your soul's purpose, the path ahead will become clearer. This clarity won't come from outside sources. It will come from within you. You will begin to feel a deeper connection to your intuition, your inner wisdom, You will know exactly what you need to do next. And even if the path ahead isn't fully clear, you will have an unwavering confidence that you are heading in the right direction. This inner knowing will guide you to the next steps on your journey, and it will be a source of constant support as you move forward. At the same time, you will begin to notice changes in your external world. The universe, in all its infinite wisdom, will begin to clear obstacles that once stood in your way. Things that once seemed impossible or out of reach will start to fall into place. These are not random occurrences, they are the result of divine support and alignment. The universe, recognizing that you are now fully aligned with your higher purpose, will begin to open doors that were once closed to you. Opportunities will begin to present themselves in ways you never imagined. Perhaps an opportunity you've been waiting for will suddenly come to fruition. Or perhaps new opportunities, ones you hadn't even considered, will appear. These will be the divine's way of helping you step fully into your role. The challenges and obstacles that once blocked your progress will begin to dissipate, creating a clear path toward your goals. But the divine alignment doesn't stop there. One of the most powerful aspects of your transformation is that you will begin to notice changes in your relationships as well. People who were once toxic or misaligned with your purpose will naturally drift away, while those who align with your elevated energy will begin to step forward. You may find that old relationships, ones that once drained your energy, will naturally fade away without any effort on your part. You may also find that new, more supportive relationships will begin to form. This is the result of the energetic shift that occurs when you cross the 1212 portal. Your frequency has shifted, and those who align with that frequency will naturally be drawn to you. These new relationships will not only support your personal growth, but will also help you fulfill your divine purpose. The divine is not only aligning your circumstances, but also aligning the people who will help you fulfill your mission. It's important to understand that this process is not just about receiving help from others, it's also about being a source of light and support for those around you. As you align with your true purpose, you will naturally begin to elevate those around you. Your presence will have a profound impact on others. People will be drawn to you, not just because of your words, but because of the energy you now radiate. Your transformation will become a beacon of hope for others, showing them that it is possible to rise above their struggles and step into their own divine purpose. But this transformation also brings with it a new set of responsibilities. With the divine support and alignment you are receiving comes the responsibility to fully embrace your role. You are no longer just living for yourself, you are living for the greater good. You are here to guide, to help, and to inspire others to awaken to their own divine potential. This is not a burden, it is a calling. The divine has given you the tools, the wisdom, and the strength to fulfill this purpose, and now it is time for you to step into it with confidence and grace. This is where the true power of divine alignment lies. It's not just about receiving support from the universe, it's about becoming an active participant in the cosmic plan. As you continue to walk in alignment with your soul's purpose, you will find that the universe will continue to provide the support and resources you need. But remember, this support is not just for your personal benefit. It is for the greater good. You are being aligned with your divine purpose so that you can serve others, help them awaken to their own potential, and guide them on their own journey of transformation. We will also look at how this new phase of alignment impacts your spiritual growth and evolution. This is just the beginning, and the divine support and alignment you are now experiencing will continue to guide you toward the fulfillment of your higher purpose. As we continue to explore the divine consequences of your transformation and the way divine support begins to shape your life, it's important to recognize how these shifts will begin to manifest in practical, tangible ways. The internal clarity you've received, the alignment with your higher self, and the new frequency you're vibrating at will not only guide you spiritually, they will begin to influence every aspect of your external world. This is the moment when the universe, Fully recognizing your transformation begins to align everything around you to support your new role and your higher purpose. The first area where this divine alignment becomes evident is in your financial situation. If you've been struggling with financial worries or feeling blocked in your career, this shift in energy will start to dissolve those barriers. The divine support you're receiving means that the universe is now aligning the material aspects of your life with your spiritual purpose. New financial opportunities will begin to emerge, often in ways that seem serendipitous. These may not always appear in the form you expect, but they will arrive in ways that feel aligned with your soul's path. For some of you, this might mean a new job or career opportunity, one that aligns more closely with your passions and values. For others, it may come in the form of a new business venture or a project that feels divinely inspired. Whatever form it takes, it will be an opportunity that not only helps to secure your financial future, but also allows you to step into your purpose in a greater way. These financial shifts are a sign that you are now aligned with the abundance the universe has always wanted to provide you. No longer will you struggle to make ends meet. Instead, the divine will open the floodgates of abundance, allowing you to fully step into your mission with the resources and support you need. However, it's important to remember that these financial shifts won't be random. They will come when you are truly ready to receive them. You may find that, as your financial situation begins to shift, you feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude and responsibility. The universe is not just giving you resources for your personal benefit. It is giving you these resources so that you can further your divine mission. As you align with this new flow of abundance, it's essential to remember that these gifts are not just for you. They are tools for you to use, to help others, to create positive change, and to support your mission in the world. Another practical consequence of your transformation will be a shift in your relationships. The people around you will begin to respond to your elevated energy. Relationships that no longer serve your higher purpose will begin to fade away naturally. This could mean distancing yourself from toxic friends, family members who drain your energy, or people whose values don't align with your own. You may notice that these relationships begin to dissolve effortlessly, without any need for confrontation or explanation. This is a sign that the divine is clearing the way for people who are more aligned with your new frequency to enter your life. At the same time, relationships that are in alignment with your higher purpose will begin to deepen. You will start to attract individuals who resonate with your energy, people who support your mission, your growth, and your transformation. These are the people who will walk beside you on your journey, offering guidance, encouragement, and love. These new relationships may come in the form of mentors, collaborators, or even new friendships that inspire you to reach greater heights. The divine alignment you're experiencing will attract individuals who share your values, your vision, and your mission. But this doesn't just apply to new relationships. The relationships that are truly meant to stay in your life, those that are supportive, loving, and in alignment with your higher purpose, will also experience transformation. You may find that existing friendships and family dynamics shift to accommodate the new version of you. These relationships may deepen, moving from a place of superficial connection to a more profound, spiritually supportive bond. The people who have always been part of your life, but who were not fully aligned with your higher purpose, will either step up to meet you in this new energy, or they will fade naturally from your life. This is part of the divine support and alignment. You are now in alignment with those who can help you fulfill your soul's mission. Another significant transformation that comes with divine alignment is in your sense of peace and mental clarity. Before your transformation, you may have been plagued by doubts, fears, or confusion. You might have struggled to see the path ahead, unsure of which direction to take or whether your decisions were the right ones. But now, as you align with your divine purpose, the path becomes clearer. The inner peace that comes with this alignment is a direct consequence of your spiritual evolution. You will find that you no longer feel the need to second-guess yourself or doubt your decisions. Your intuition will become sharper, and your connection to your higher self will grow stronger. This peace isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a deep, inner knowing that you are on the right path. When you make decisions, they will come from a place of confidence, clarity, and trust in the process. The doubts that once clouded your mind will dissipate, replaced by the understanding that you are exactly where you need to be. This mental clarity will help guide you through life's challenges, allowing you to make decisions that are in alignment with your higher purpose and your soul's mission. As you continue to experience this divine alignment, you may also notice physical changes in your body. This transformation is not just spiritual and mental, it also manifests in your physical reality. You might feel more energized, more vibrant, and more physically alive. The stresses that once drained you may begin to fade, and you may find that your body responds more positively to the changes in your life. This physical shift is the body's way of aligning with your soul's new frequency. As your energy elevates, your physical self also begins to recalibrate, bringing you more vitality, strength, and resilience. The divine support and alignment you are experiencing also extend to your spiritual growth. As you continue to evolve, you will find that your connection to the divine deepens. You will begin to receive more direct guidance from your higher self, the angels, or other celestial beings who have been guiding you all along. This spiritual support will come in the form of inspiration, dreams, synchronicities, and quiet nudges that lead you in the right direction. You will feel a stronger connection to the universe, and the guidance you receive will be clearer and more accessible. As you move through the divine transformation and divine alignment that has shaped your journey, the time has come for you to step fully into your cosmic role. The challenges you've faced, the lessons you've learned, and the victories you've achieved have all been preparing you for this moment. The final step in your mission. It is time for you to recognize that your journey isn't just about personal growth. It is about fulfilling a higher calling that has been written into the very fabric of your soul's purpose. The truth is, you were never meant to go through life simply for your own benefit. Your transformation is not an isolated event. It is part of a larger, cosmic plan that involves you playing a critical role in the evolution of humanity. You have been preparing to activate a higher purpose, one that transcends your personal growth and reaches into the collective consciousness of the world. Your soul has been fine-tuned, tested, and strengthened, and now, it is time for you to shine and guide others along their path. This is not a time to shrink back in fear or uncertainty. This is the moment when you fully step into your power. The transformation you've undergone was not just to help you overcome your challenges, but to prepare you for the responsibility of helping others overcome theirs. You are now a beacon of light, one who can guide others through the darkness they may face. And the most profound part of this activation is that it is not just about what you are capable of, it's about how your very presence will affect the people around you. You may have spent much of your life questioning your purpose, wondering why you've faced the struggles you've had. But now, as you step into this higher role, you will begin to see the greater meaning behind every hardship. Each trial was a step in preparing you to be exactly where you are right now. Your struggles weren't just obstacles, they were lessons, shaping you into the person you needed to become in order to fulfill your soul's purpose. And that purpose is not just for you to experience divine blessings. It is for you to share those blessings with the world. The activation of your cosmic role is not something that happens suddenly or dramatically. It's a process of embracing the role you've been called to fulfill. You will start to see the signs of this activation in your everyday life. It may come as a sudden clarity about your mission, a sense of knowing about the direction you are meant to take, or even new opportunities that arise, opportunities that align directly with your soul's purpose. But the most significant sign of activation is the way your energy begins to change the world around you. When you are aligned with your cosmic role, the energy you radiate is no longer just personal. It becomes a force that impacts others. Your presence will begin to affect the people you encounter. You will start to notice that those around you feel uplifted, inspired, and supported just by being in your presence. This is because the transformation you have undergone has elevated your frequency to a level where it can transmit healing, hope, and inspiration to those who are ready to receive it. The light you now carry is not only for your benefit, it is for the world. The activation of your cosmic role also means that you are now more deeply connected to the divine. As you step into this role, you will find that your connection to the universe, to the celestial beings, and to your higher self becomes even stronger. You will receive more direct guidance, more clarity, and more inspiration. You will also begin to trust your intuition with greater confidence, knowing that the divine is always guiding you to the next step. As you continue on this journey, you will notice that the things that once felt like struggles are now becoming opportunities for you to practice your new role. For example, you may encounter situations that allow you to step into your power and help others in ways you never expected. You will be called to serve, whether that's through your work, your relationships, or simply by being a source of light and support for those around you. You may be asked to share your story, your experiences, and your wisdom with others who are on their own journey. Whether it's through teaching, writing, speaking, or simply being a friend to someone in need, you will be guided to share the lessons you've learned and the strength you've gained. The activation of your cosmic role will involve you stepping up and saying, "I am ready to serve. I am ready to guide others. I am ready to lead with love, integrity, and grace." 1. But this is not about doing more. It's about being more. It's about stepping fully into the truth of who you are and allowing that truth to guide you in everything you do. Your cosmic role isn't a job to be done. It's a state of being. You are here to embody your divine essence and allow that essence to flow through everything you do. This is how you will inspire others, not by trying to teach them through words, but by being an example of what is possible when you are fully aligned with your soul's purpose. The activation process will be deeply fulfilling and will bring a sense of inner peace, knowing that you are fulfilling your true calling. You will feel a deep sense of satisfaction in knowing that your life has meaning beyond what you can see. And as you move forward, you will realize that your transformation is just the beginning of a much larger, collective transformation. You are here to help shift the consciousness of humanity, to show others that it is possible to rise above their struggles and to embrace their divine purpose. As you fully step into your cosmic role, it's crucial to understand the impact that this activation will have on the world around you. The energy you've cultivated, the transformation you've undergone, and the divine proclamation you received are now rippling out into the world. You are no longer just walking your path in isolation. The universe has aligned you with your higher purpose, and now the true work begins. The role you are meant to play is not just for your own benefit, it is part of a larger cosmic mission, one that involves you uplifting others, helping them awaken to their own divine potential, and guiding them through their own transformation. The most profound aspect of stepping into your cosmic role is that you become a beacon of light for others. It's not about seeking attention, recognition, or validation. Instead, it's about embodying your truth, your essence, and letting that energy radiate into the world. Your presence alone will begin to uplift those around you. You will find that people are naturally drawn to you, not just because of what you say, but because of the energy you now embody. There is a quiet, powerful magnetism that comes from living in alignment with your divine purpose, and others will feel it, but this is not a passive process. You are here to serve, to share your wisdom and light with those who are ready to receive it. This is the moment when your unique gifts, your wisdom, your compassion, your strength, become tools that you use to guide others. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or even small, everyday interactions, you will find that you are now a catalyst for change in the lives of those around you. Your energy will activate the dormant potential in others, encouraging them to rise, to believe in themselves, and to step into their own roles as divine beings of light. This activation also means that you will be called to share your story. You've faced trials that have shaped you into the person you are today, and your story holds the power to inspire and heal others. When you share your journey, the struggles, the lessons, the triumphs, you offer others a mirror in which they can see their own potential. Your experiences are not just personal victories. They are universal truths that can guide others on their own paths. You may be called to speak, to write, or to teach in some form, but above all, you will be called to share your truth in whatever way feels most natural to you. This is not about trying to convince others to follow your path. It's about offering your experience as a guide, showing others that they, too, can rise above their struggles, overcome their limitations, and step into their own divine power. The more you step into your cosmic role, the more you will see how your presence transforms the lives of those around you. Your energy will serve as a reminder to others that they are capable of greatness, that they are deserving of love, and that they, too, have a divine mission to fulfill. One of the most exciting aspects of stepping into your cosmic role is that opportunities will begin to open up in ways you never imagined. These may come in the form of new projects, collaborations, or even new relationships. The universe has been waiting for you to step fully into your role before these opportunities could be activated. You may find that your career takes on a new direction, one that is more aligned with your soul's mission. Perhaps you'll find that your work becomes a direct expression of your purpose, allowing you to serve others in a way that feels both fulfilling and impactful. The divine support you've received up until now will continue to guide you as new opportunities emerge. These opportunities may require you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, but trust that you are being guided every step of the way. You have been prepared for this, and you are more than ready to embrace what is coming. As you embrace your cosmic role, you may also find that your relationships begin to shift in profound ways. Relationships that were once draining or unaligned with your purpose will naturally fade away, as the divine aligns you with those who are meant to walk this path with you. You may attract new mentors, collaborators, or even friends who support your mission and encourage your growth. These relationships will not be based on superficial connections. They will be rooted in mutual respect, shared purpose, and divine alignment. At the same time, the relationships that have always been part of your journey will deepen. These are the relationships that have stood the test of time, that have supported you through thick and thin. As you step into your higher purpose, these relationships will grow stronger, more supportive, and more meaningful. The energy you radiate will encourage these connections to evolve, creating bonds that are spiritually aligned and filled with love and mutual growth. There is also a deeper spiritual responsibility that comes with stepping into your cosmic role. As you embrace your divine purpose, you will begin to experience a stronger connection to the universe, to your higher self, and to the divine guidance that has always been available to you. You will receive more frequent nudges, more clear intuition, and more direct support from the celestial realms. This connection will guide you as you navigate the challenges ahead, ensuring that you are always on the right path. However, with this spiritual responsibility comes the need for deep self-care. Stepping into your cosmic role requires you to maintain your energetic balance and stay grounded in your truth. You will need to nurture yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically to ensure that you are able to fully embody your divine role. The more you take care of yourself, the more you will be able to serve others. This isn't about perfection, it's about honoring your own process and allowing yourself the space to grow and evolve as you continue your mission. The divine has placed you on this path for a reason. You are here not just to live a fulfilling life, but to serve the greater good, to help humanity awaken to its true potential. The divine role you are stepping into is both a blessing and a responsibility. But remember, you are not alone on this journey. The universe is supporting you, guiding you, and providing you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Your energy is now aligned with the cosmic flow, and the doors to your mission are wide open. As you continue to step into your cosmic role, you will begin to see the world differently. The challenges you face will no longer seem insurmountable. They will become opportunities for growth, for service, and for transformation. You will begin to realize that every aspect of your life is part of your greater mission. The lessons you've learned, the experiences you've gained, and the people you've met are all part of the divine design that is helping you fulfill your soul's purpose. Thank you so much for joining us on this divine journey today. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We want to keep spreading these life-changing insights to those who need it the most. Your support helps us reach more people, and together, we can create a wave of transformation that will ripple across the world. If you're ready to embrace the transformation that's unfolding in your life, let us know in the comments below. Remember, your breakthrough is coming, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Stay aligned, stay faith-filled, and see you in the next video.